And we're live. What's up, everybody? This is Jay and Pete from TwistedLens.tv. We are recording episode 2 live right now. And, there's actually a lot we want to cover tonight in a short amount of time. And the reason why we say that is because it's true.
Why is that, Jay?
Well, first and foremost, this live broadcast is definitely brought to you by Bridgewater Triangle on Facebook. Definitely check out the team over there.
Thanks, guys.
They're definitely helping us out throughout this season, push the brand, push the meaning of why we're here these days. And that's part of it, too. I think a lot of what we missed last episode was that, there's a lot of people tuning in now that don't even know who we are. We kind of forgot that we're so used to posting our stuff to our friends and people. And we do have a huge YouTube following on the JamesDurkeyShow.tv. But us being TwistedLens.tv now, with the new channel, the new brand, the new everything, there's a lot of things that people don't know about us. So with that said, we are TwistedLens.tv. It started, I want to say 5 years ago, with me kind of seeing social media becoming a thing. Back then, high-speed internet was becoming a thing, and we figured, why not kind of create this YouTube special like everybody else was doing. The difference between them and us was we actually didn't know what the fuck we were doing at all. And I took a road trip with this kid we called Juggy. We actually did film a lot of interesting things on that road trip, but it didn't last long. We essentially shit-canned him. We had another fellow on named Matt. He helped with a lot of different things while he was out in Florida. And he did a great job. We did what we could at the time, still learning technology, still learning video editing, film, being directors, producers, that kind of stuff. Pete came along not too long after Matt left and really just kind of took over the whole chain of things. We did a lot of crazy stuff after that. Once he got on, even the first day of him picking up a camera, he filmed the car show. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was awesome that he did that. And
Foxborough.
We kind of knew right then and there that, he cared enough to want to be a part of this huge task we had. Meanwhile, you have studios who have 30, 40, 50 people, even more, helping out trying to produce a single episode. So here we are, these two guys trying to understand all these things, and we got really overwhelmed. But we started doing crazy stuff. We filled the Summer Nationals, probably some of the last you'll ever see in Worcester.
Yep, they don't have it there anymore.
Yeah, we do. We filmed a bunch of live concerts, which we'll get into some other time. Laconia Bike Week.
Bike Week was awesome.
And the Hockomock, we talked a little bit about this in the last live broadcast, but the reality of it really is we have filmed the biggest expedition into the Hockomock in recent history. We did an aerial recon. We chartered a plane over the muck. The pilot was badass. You're going to see a bunch of him in the episodes and how good he did with the maps that we...
Well, not only that, we're not even done with that yet.
Yeah,
we're still trying to build on this.
Yeah, it was insane.
Trying to get some interviews from some people.
Yeah.
And
he was sick though, right? He was badass.
The pilot? Yeah, the pilot
he got everything.
Yeah, the pilot was great.
And we did two ground missions, daytime and nighttime. We slept there one night. We built a camp. We do have some things we cannot explain. We're not going to get into. And back to what Pete was saying with interviews, we do have a couple of candidates ever since our last broadcast last week that we're looking to interview, and we're going to bring them into the story. 2 of them don't want their names mentioned, and actually will be blurred out and pixelated to secure their identity for sharing their amazing stories they have in the Hockomock that no one even knows about. And I think this is probably also a good time to bring up something else that we don't have here, is the bunker shoot. We only fit so many people in that shoot. Well, we had over 30 people with us that night, filming in the rain.
I know. People came out in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
We set up a tarp. We had all kinds of crazy stuff going on in the woods at night, in the rain. Yeah. It was crazy.
Absolutely insane. So for those people who aren't going to be part of that scene, we are definitely going to put them in the behind-the-scenes footage that we usually do at the end of every recorded episode, right?
Oh, yeah.
And just to kind of give an inside look on how crazy it was just for, 30 seconds of film?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we went through a lot just for 30 seconds of footage.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, I think for us, doing the live broadcast, this is definitely going to be a weekly thing, right?
More than likely, yes. We will be doing live broadcasts every Tuesday.
Yep.
And we're going to release our episodes on Wednesdays when they're ready.
Yep.
So if we don't have an episode ready, we're going to be definitely doing the live broadcast every week.
Yeah,
and once we have an episode ready, we may not do a live broadcast, but we'll let you know ahead of time.
Yeah, and because you'll definitely get a heads up in advance, but you'll definitely hear from us once a week, no matter what. And that's part of what we're doing this season.
That's why we wanted to bring this to you. We want to at least touch base with our fans once a week, no matter what.
Yep. And even now with this whole thing here now, we're using Google Hangout for these live broadcasts, and as much as we want to still try to do that, we're thinking of maybe going back to Ustream, because one thing that we can't do with Google's Hangouts, aka Google Plus, is that we can't share you like bits of footage that we used to love to do with the Ustreams. The Ustreams were successful because we were able to be talking about something and then show you a badass clip of that very thing we were talking about.
Oh, we can't do that with this?
No.
You know what? I meant to ask you that if Google Plus had that, or Google Hangout had that capability. You just answered my question, too.
Yeah, I think it's too virgin in the game.
I
think for them, they're not handling it right now. I think they're just trying to take on too much at once to try and compete with Facebook, which I thought was kind of a waste of an investment. But here we are today on Google Hangout, so we can't really talk too much shit. Because if it wasn't for them right now, you would be hearing from us. Oh, one thing we did forget. So the Tuesday nights we do a live broadcast. As you can see, it's going to be at 9:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 Central. And when it comes to the Wednesday night of recorded episodes, it's going to be 8 p.m. sharp, 7 Central. And what else do we talk about?
Which comes to my next point, which is we may be hiring some people. We are going to be hiring some people.
Yep.
We're looking for good, reliable people that we can do. I mean, interns, editors,
yep.
writers, producers, camera guys.
Yep. And
maybe like a street team type of setup also. So, we can all get together and make our lives a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
We can bring you way more cooler stuff if that happens.
Yeah, and it's more than that too. I mean, I think the bigger part of it is, this train has started, right? And what we've always tried to say, we've had a lot of these, friends turned colleagues that we like to call them that has joined the show in the past, have had us spend hundreds and even thousands of dollars integrating them into the show, only for them to bail when they don't feel like they feel obligated to be there. I think part of why we're hiring people is because we don't really need that kind of stuff anymore. What we need is soldiers who not only want to be a part of this experience, but everything we go to do, when we turn those cameras on, we're out there and we're recording, it's insane. The girls love it, the guys want to be it, and the stuff that we record is insane.
It is very cool stuff.
And it's not so much we want people to help and be our editors and video filmmakers and all kinds of stuff. We want people to come in and experience this with us because it's been insane. The shit that we're about to bring to you guys that we've covered this past 5 years is going to just punch you in the face with excitement, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it, man. That's a very good analogy, actually.
Yeah, I would think so. And, I think maybe we'll get some questions going here. What was the question? Oh, yeah, you know what we were asked? That's funny.
Yeah, wait a minute. I know there's one question that somebody was asking, and that's, is Angrydude going to be in this season? And Jay and I spoke about it, and yes, he's definitely going to be in this season in ways that you've never seen him before.
Absolutely. And the one thing I liked about Angrydude is he was really natural on camera.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
He was dedicated. I mean, some of the hardest missions that we took on, the Warrior Challenge, Laconia.
Those were two of the toughest.
Yeah, two of the toughest, and he was in it. He was in the thick of it.
With a smile on his face.
Yeah, right. And he really hustled, man. I mean, he did a lot for the show, and he didn't have to do anything. He was the least responsible than anyone else that's ever came and gone, and he did the most out of anyone that came and gone, with the exception of Pete, who's busted his balls just as hard as I have when it comes to all this kind of stuff. And one point that we do want to get across, even with the Hockomock, we have several of the episodes of the Hockomock coming out, and that's going to cover the aerial recon, the 2 ground missions, the interviews that we have now scheduled for this next couple of episodes coming out. We did a whole bunch of that, but we only did the top, northwestern corner quadrant of the Hockomock. There's still the Sonnet Ledge, there's still the Nip, there's still Shamrock Swamp. There's still so much of the Hockomock that we're actually going to go back into, given the audience feels they liked what they saw with these Hockomock episodes. So I guess, if we were going to leave this off with a question, I would definitely ask, given all goes well and we go out to the Hockomock and we make things happen, which place would you like us to go to next? Sonic Ledge, the Nip, Shamrock Swamp. You guys let us know, and we'd be glad to, if more votes that way go that way. One thing that didn't happen last week is we asked a question. What's your favorite color? And the reason why we asked that is because this experience that we're creating is more than just we're doing some live broadcasts. We're launching some episodes that we've been working on for this past couple months. You're being a part of it live. So part of why we asked that is because, based on things that you like, the more people that like blue, maybe our episodes and the tints and the filters that we use as we're going on have more of a tint of blue that gives you more of what you wanted. But crazier with all this is that as we're doing these live broadcasts, we're getting you involved. Your input is actually shaping the season.
Yes, and the next step we take and all that sort of thing, which is pretty cool if you ask me.
Absolutely. It's the first ever.
It's hard. It's making our job harder, but
absolutely,
we feel that this is the way we should go to show the dedication to our fans and vice versa.
Absolutely. And how freaking cool is that, too, though?
That's badass.
When you think about people, like, just noticeably looking at our episode the week after and saying, wow, I was a part of that. I think that's just epic. No one's doing it. No one's done it. We're the first to do it.
It's like an interactive TV.
Yeah, it's
almost.
badass. It's ridiculous.
I think it's we're pioneering this sector of entertainment, if you will.
Absolutely. And that's part of it, too. I mean, there's so much of that we didn't get to say last episode. And I think that's why him and I are really starting to like these live broadcasts, because we're able to bring it to you in that way. And we're able to really kind of discuss the things we're up to, some of the pros and cons of what we're up to the next week after. It's just badass, dude. I mean,
I agree.
I really don't know what else to say other than you guys are freaking awesome. We can't wait for all these episodes coming out right now, and you guys are badass.
Send us some questions. We'll be glad to answer them.
Absolutely. I think we're good.
Okay, yeah, I think so. I think we covered everything that we wanted to get across to the fans.
I think so, guys. All right, peace. You guys have a good night.
Later.
And tune in next week for sure.
Absolutely.
Next Tuesday night, 9:30. It's someone's birthday, so maybe we'll have a little cake and we'll blow out some candles, huh? Yeah, buddy? Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, come on. Now we're gonna get a cake. That's the real question we should be asking. Who thinks we should have a cake for Pete over here for his birthday next week? All that and more on the next TwistedLens.tv, baby.
Later.
Peace.